Good afternoon, everybody. This is Pavel with VirtueDesk, and I just wanted to, uh, jump on this quick webinar and share some strategies with you guys. I understand we're all in this time of we're all in this crazy time right now, so that we try to figure out how to run the business online, what to do, and how to actually operate. So VirtueDesk has been an online business for years, and who knows better how to do it than us? So here we are. We're not selling you anything. We'd like to actually, give you some value and explain how we do it. We've been doing it for so many years, and how we've actually stayed successful and sane. So this coronavirus hit us. We all in despair. So it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. Either you're in sales, real estate sales, mortgage, insurance, small business, anything that's requires your office presence. You basically in this boat together. So I just wanted to show some slides here and explain what you can do in order to actually run your business without as least interruption as possible. So just wanted to say a few things first. We are a virtual assistant company. We provide virtual assistants to small businesses and help in basically all of our VAs work from home. So work from home is not something that's foreign or alien to us. We know, we live it, and we know how to operate. So meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, if you're actually in the car, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Also, you can comment in the section on Facebook. I'll be happy to answer questions. And let me know if anything, any questions pop up that you want to answer. So I'll be happy to answer them for you guys. So meanwhile, we will, this global health disaster made everybody go online. We understand that, and this is something that we have experienced only once, and hopefully it's going to be only once, and we won't have to see it over again. But meanwhile, we have to make adjustments. Those who actually choose to take the business to the waiting stage or the haters kind of a thing, do not. You need to actually keep doing it, and you need to keep operating. The economy is in the trouble as it is right now, so we need to actually make sure our economy keeps going. So for that, please move your business online if you can. This is very important, and I just wanted to share some ideas on how to do it. If you have a staff that you're working with, if you have staff that work with you, you probably need to make sure that they have certain tools that to work around. We at VirtueDesk, we use Trello. We have a task management. It's it's a Trello. You can download it. It's cheap, or it's usually you can do it for free. Monday, it's a pretty good one too, and Asana. This is a 3 task management platforms that we recommend people to use. That way your team stays together. That way you can actually communicate with each other and share tasks and projects. So that's very important to keep that in mind. Also, we have file sharing. We have a file sharing, a Google Drive and a Dropbox. Let's say I record a webinar right now, and I need to share it to, make sure it's on the YouTube. So my assistant uploads all my webinars to YouTube. How I do it, I actually take this file that is being saved on Zoom and drag it to Dropbox or Google, anywhere. So once it happens, my assistant takes it there and formats it to a YouTube and uploads it to YouTube. So then she shares the YouTube with everybody, and also with Facebook. As far as document signing, you can go with a DocuSign, AuthentiSign, eSign, any kind of signing options that you have, so you can all run it online. A video conference is actually used for talking to you, to communicate with your team, to speak with your team, or to have meetings. I understand right now it's a little bit challenging to have those. Sorry about it. So, as you guys know, in the real world where you actually have a team of people working, and you can just, jump in together, brainstorm, talk about things, and pretty much do it at any time. when you're running an online business, so all your team meetings, all your video conferences are basically very structured in a sense that if you have, let's say, like me, have a team of about 20 managers running together. So what we do, we need to create a time for all of us to be on a call. So I like face-to-face interactions. So we'd like to have it on Zoom. That way we can, see each other's faces. Everybody has their cameras. Host can mute somebody, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would actually tell people to mute themselves. That way, everybody can hear each other. So we use Zoom. We also use Skype. Skype is actually helping us to, we create different rooms in Skype. And, say we have a room for marketing, we have a room for sales, we have room for operations, for coaches. So everybody's in the same room. So the conversation is kind of structured. And in essence, that actually eliminates all the distraction. So that kind of is nice because let's say management is discussing managerial stuff in a room and marketing discussing anything related to marketing, and salespeople talk about sales strategy. So that way, all the communications in rooms and Skype rooms is structured and more productive that way. So make sure to use those guys. Look them up: Zoom, Skype, Google Hangouts. We're not a big fan of Google Hangouts, but we use it once in a while. That's what you need to look into this. Also, scheduling. How do you make sure you guys schedule your day? My assistant runs my calendar. Google Calendar. It's actually very productive. Google Calendar, very easy to use. Besides, it's integrated with Zoom. So let's say you have a meeting scheduled with somebody and you want to make it a Zoom meeting. So what you do, you go to the Google Calendar. I'll try to show you right now how it's done. So this is the rooms that we have. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not showing you that. Oops, sorry. So I figured I'd rather show you guys what we got going on. So let's say this is a Skype talk. We're talking about marketing room. We have a management group here. We have a coaches group here that we have a discussions with everybody. And let's say if we need to discuss, this is a Trello board, what it looks like, okay, what we've discussed before. Let me show you what a Google Calendar would look like and how to schedule meetings in your Google Calendar integrating with Zoom. Because let's say you get a Zoom and you need to schedule a meeting, let's say tomorrow, let's say meeting. And you want to make it a Zoom meeting. So you just basically here, and that's a Zoom meeting already. So if you're, let's say, inviting somebody, that person receives an invitation for a Zoom meeting. So you guys together on the call if that happens. All right, so that's something to keep in mind. Again, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask because I'm here to answer your questions. Let's go back. So how do you actually track your employees' productivity, and how to make sure that they actually log in at the time they said they were going to log in and they do the work? Timely software, but there are other softwares like Time Doctor you can use that actually allows you to see your employees' screenshots of what work they're doing for you, what time they logged in, what time they logged out, and also when they went on a break. So keep that in mind. That's something to explore. Timely is the software used. So it's timely.online. As far as the marketing tools that we use online, which is very effective for us, MailChimp, you can send out stuff in the MailChimp, send out the campaigns. Also, Sprout Social. Sprout Social allows us to post anything social media stuff. It's all scheduled, and also Canva. So marketing people using Canva to create marketing materials. For my real estate side, I suggest those tools to agents, but again, it's not an endorsement, just of any source. We're not affiliated with any of those. We're not affiliated with KV Core, Follow Boss, Brokermint, or Zillow. But keep in mind those tools that agents should be able to use if they're working online. Most important thing, guys, when you work online, when you work from home, when you have a kitchen, you have your kids at home, how do you minimize the distraction? How do you actually remain in this positive or workplace mindset? Well, a couple of things is manage your time and space. Make sure you have a room that is that is actually suited to work. Hopefully, you don't work out of your couch. Under any circumstances, do not work out of your bed or couch. Why? Because let's say this is a bed, this is a place where you go to sleep. And when you wake up, you actually start working from that space. That's actually not going to be very productive. And also, you will have a hard time falling asleep after that. Your mind thinks the bed is where you sleep and your desk is where you work. So do not mix them together. Limit technology interruptions. In the social media world, we actually have, everybody's contacting us. Like right now, I received a bunch of messages on my phone. I do not look at them until scheduled time to do so. Why? Because if I'm going to we have about 10 different means of communication with people. Everybody's trying to get a hold of us, especially right now. So keep that scheduled so that your tasks are being done, and after tasks are done, you can get back to your Facebook, you can get back to your messages or anything else. Organize your workplace to minimize visual distractions. So your monitor, your microphone if you're doing anything, any webinar or meetings, and make sure you have a bottle of water because you need to keep hydrated. So that's also, and don't clutter the space with anything else, okay? You don't need to have a TV on or anything like that because you're still at work, okay? Learn management skills, self-management skills. This is very important, guys, to make sure you actually have those, that you developed in yourself, that self-discipline to get you ass out of bed and actually to work. This is important. Even though you're still at home, you are working. This is your time for work, the time to actually do something. A lot of us are self-employed, and it's basically very easy to slip into this distraction and to slip out of the working mindset. Keep that focus right here, guys. Make a plan to minimize distractions. Again, make sure you speak with your household people. This is time for work. Kids to run up and distract daddy or mommy. So make sure you kind of have a conversation with that. And most importantly, take care of your health, guys, because even though right now we are all working from home, it is important to keep remembering that why we're doing it. We're doing it because of our health. We don't want to get infected. We don't want to infect other people. So stay home, work, and do your work. Also, while you're staying home, make sure some home exercises, push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, burpees, anything that doesn't require a gym, you can just basically do it at home. Right now, there's Instagram viral challenge going on. It's WF8, work from home challenge. So you tag your people, tag your friends, do some, record some video in the stories of you exercising and make other people do it. That's fun, but keep going. And make time to reflect, because whatever happens, guys, remember, this time that we have, this shall pass. This shall pass. It will. I know that because there's no doubt in my mind that this will be over sooner than you think. So, but meanwhile, let's keep doing it. So in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. I was not the one who said it, so this quote, and I agree with this wholeheartedly. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. So if you were doing business a certain way, now the universe threw this curveball at you, and how you actually react to this curveball is a lot going to depend how you're going to actually succeed in the future. Because some people overreact and they anxious and cannot handle stress and anxiety, they can just clamp up. They can just clamp up and not do anything during this time. While others who are against all odds actually stepping into the pedal to the metal and working and creating that the field for future opportunities that lie after this whole thing is over, those people are going to come out on top. So make sure to remember that, guys. You know, this is not the end of the world. The sky's not falling. We'll be okay. We'll survive. Okay. So as you guys know, VirtuDesk, we have virtual assistants, and we have clients who are using assistants and happy. And the question comes up all the time from agents who haven't ever said, how do you utilize a virtual assistant during the coronavirus crisis? And we've been doing it already. I mean, the shutdown was like for a week, but we have clients who were shut down for about a couple of weeks now, and we've come up with a list of people. How can agents or other businesses use a virtual assistant when they during this crisis? So one and foremost, VA can make content and presentation for their clients. So let's say you have a client, you need to meet virtually, you need to create a PowerPoint presentation like this one, like my team created. You know, this is, you know, they can do that. Personal stuff that you can do for you. You can delegate anything personally related that can be done online. They can schedule online appointments. Let's say you have a client or you have a meeting that needs to go on, your VA or rescheduled, or some VA can actually get a hold of these people, reschedule meetings or schedule them. Data management, updating, and most importantly, reaching out to people in your database. This is most important for other businesses. If let's say you have a database of clients, and if you don't, make sure you have it done. And because during this time, your clients are also stressful. They're in uncertainty. Somebody needs to reach out to them and make sure that they are taken care of. So your VA can do that. You should be doing it. But again, have your VA manage your database. Have your VA be available for every online meeting that you have, so that your VA can take notes and make sure that you know, stuff is getting done. Let's say you have a discussion with your with a manager, or you have a discussion with your client. Make sure your VA is on the call or on the meeting, that your VA, your virtual assistant, can take notes, give you an update of the meeting as far as what transpired and what agreements were reached and what's going to be happening. That way you are in the loop of what's going on, because we have a lot of things going on in our mind, a lot of things in our head. So we need to make sure that we are staying on top. So also, virtual assistant can do pending asks and only be used as a personal assistant. So keep that in mind, guys. All right. Social media. We all live in the world of social media, my friends. So improve social media presence with you know, digital and online marketing. So that's what your virtual assistant. We have agents who are actually using TikTok as a news media platform and have virtual run that TikTok. That's helping. Lead mining. Your virtual assistant can actually look for leads for you for future. Okay, they can look online for people who maybe, you know, they can reach out to people on LinkedIn. They can do data entry. They can be online receptionists. Let's say your office is shut down, nobody's working in your office, but you need somebody to answer the phones, to keep the doors open. Keep online receptionists that, you know, the person can answer phones while you're not in the office. LinkedIn management, I already talked about it. So what I also heard recently, that major economists compare this COVID-19 crisis to impact on the economy. They compare it more to 9/11 in 2008. Why? Because there's nothing fundamentally wrong with the economy. What we're doing good, we're going all the way up until this major crisis hit us. Okay. One single event that hit us, that actually put everything on hold. There's no money circulation in the economy. That's why we're getting hit in the recession. Okay. So, however, once this is over, this is going to be a dramatic rise from the recession. Dramatic rise, because everybody was in a good situation until this thing started. Once it started, everyone went down, but once it's over, everyone's back where they were. So think about it, guys. Your clients are not going away anywhere, okay? So keep that in mind. And as you guys know, this is global economy growth that we have, the forecast. China's doing pretty good. We are doing pretty good. So considering this historically low interest rate, we believe that we'll bounce back soon and business will be back to normal. I sincerely believe that, and I strongly encourage you guys to have the same mindset, because we have to remain positive in this world. We have to remain positive in this. A lot of negativity is coming up with us. Remain positive, think what's going to happen next, and make sure you actually have a good plan. And if you guys need any help, if you need to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to me. Send me a DM. I'll be happy to speak with you. If you need copies of the slides, send me a DM. I'll send you copies of the slides, okay? But meanwhile, I just wanted to say that positivity is where we need to be during this difficult time. And I hope I give you some value that you'll be able to use. Again, if you have any questions, guys, reach out to me directly. All right? Thank you very much.